man's got fire and a wild hot take. Hey, Andrew's stats make the whole place shake. Hey, laughing loud when your team goes down. Hey, Straub boys run this sports town. Show! This is the Straub Bro Sports Show! Sundays, Mondays, we live for the fight. Hey, college game day and Thursday night. Hey, rivals fall and the banter flies. We bleed our teams till the day we die. two loud mouths and a love for the league. From Cleveland roots to the world we go. This is the Straub Bro Sports Show! Straub Bro Sports Show.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Straub Bro Sports Show. Big Bro Ken rocking with you with Little Bro as always. Little Bro, other than the awful self-promotion of wearing your own logo on his shirt, how are you doing today?
Listen, I can't even be upset because I think I have worn this quarter zip every review as more of a superstition to keep the Bearcats winning. Obviously, this would put to the test this week, but got to keep it going.
Yeah. We'll talk about your Bearcats. First of all, we'll talk about your Bearcats tomorrow. We were not going to talk about your Bearcats today, but
we're going to mention them because they are in the top 25. That's what we do.
Yeah, that is very true. So yes, we will mention them today, but not too in depth.
No.
First things first, shout out to Ray. Bobby Rose Jr., all-star kicker for your Cuyahoga Falls Rapids in first. And Bobby, we will get you through this ride home, brother. We got your back there. And Pops is always in the building as well. All right, let's get started. First things first, Drew, off the rip. We got to talk about it. I'm going to start it the same exact way I started it the last time. Shohei Ohtani is the damn GOAT. But this is one of the most entertaining World Series we've had in a long time. It was supposed to be the Dodgers in 3, okay? It wasn't even going 4. And this scrappy little Toronto team, although it is very unfair to call them a scrappy Toronto team when they have a payroll that is, I think, one of the largest in the American League. Like, they are no, small market club that they have spent a lot of money. But nonetheless, an amazing World Series so far.
No, I think you're absolutely right. An amazing World Series. All the numbers back that up too. It's one of the highest viewed World Series in I think 10 or 15 years. And I want to put this on. I don't want to get into this. It's what I've noticed. This is what the Guardians team should have been 3 years ago if we had a power hitter. So all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. If we had a Vlad Guerrero, this team would have been exactly where the Blue Jays are now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Had a Vlad Guerrero, yeah, because those just are on the market just for anyone to purchase.
Well, they are on the market. We just can't afford them.
Yeah, I got you. I'm moving on from that. However, nonetheless, an amazing World Series. Shohei Ohtani is the GOAT. Argue with your mama. Also, I seen a Facebook post and I shared it. Best athlete in your family, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at him right here. Best athlete of all time in our family. Yes, without a question. Argue with your aunts.
Are you forgetting our grandfather that almost went pro in baseball? Are we just gonna ignore that?
Listen, I love Grandpa. I love Grandpa a lot. if he threw that cheese at me, I'd slice through that thing and I'd be putting him out the park. All right, I'm just joking.
Okay.
At least there's a debate. But listen, argue with your aunts and uncles because my mama's got my back. Nonetheless, just what this games have been amazing too, and yes, excuse me, and you're not even close. So
we're moving on from this.
We're not gonna turn this into a family debate, but Pop,
this is what you do when you make just wild baseless claims like this.
I'm like 99% sure Pops isn't even top 5, but we're not going there. So without further ado, let's get into our NCAA week because I have no other baseball breakdown other than Ohtani is the GOAT and Freddie Freeman is the most clutch baseball player I've ever seen in my life.
Should
That's
have
all
been
I
in
got.
Atlanta.
Yes,
Screw
he
the
should have been in
Asian.
Atlanta, but yeah. So, with that being said, let's get to our top 25. It's time to talk about the college week that was, and we'll start at the top. Kinda. OSU's off. No game this week, or no game last week. We'll talk about them coming up. They should have had a bigger game, but it's no longer a good game. But we'll keep it going. Indiana, 56-6 winners over UCLA. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet with Indiana. I respect what you're doing, but call me when you play somebody real, and I'll pay more attention. Until then, I really don't care about you beating up on these teams.
They called you back and they said, number 6 team in the nation, put the butt whooping on them. Click.
No. I'm talking about right now. You're doing great right now, but call me when you play somebody good again. I don't care about you beating up on UCLA's. I respect you beating up on it, but I'm good. Keep it rolling. I'm gonna keep it moving on that. But like I said, I do respect it, and we needed to get through the first two to get to this one. Texas A&M, 49-23 winners over LSU. Full box, ladies and gentlemen. There are 3 reasons if you do a sports radio show, a podcast, or you talk with your friends and your coworkers. There are 3 reasons that you get excited to talk with those people. 1, hot stove, the trades, big trades, potential trades. Everybody loves that. We all love it. Creating dynasties out of nothing. 2, amazing games. These World Series games have been amazing. I love talking about them. The 3rd is when a coach you don't like gets fired. Ladies and gentlemen, today, October 29th, 5:23 East Coast time, I officially declare this the Straub Sports Show Hate on Brian Kelly Hour. I love it.
Hour 2.
If you missed it, literally less than 12 hours after his beat down by Texas A&M, the governor of Louisiana started putting together booster money to pay the $53 million to send Brian Kelly on his way. Now, Drew, it's tough in America right now. We're all struggling. Things are expensive. People losing their jobs it's not a laughing matter. There are a lot of people in the government not being paid right now. Like, it's not a joke. But in sports, when you get paid $70 million, I'm allowed to make fun of you. And I'm allowed to laugh when you lose your job. I don't like Brian Kelly. I didn't like Brian Kelly when he was at Notre Dame. I didn't care about Brian Kelly when he was at Cincinnati. But the one thing that has been consistent in Cincinnati, Notre Dame, and now in Louisiana, arrogance, an unwillingness to be professional with his players, coaches, and media, and a guy who chokes when it matters.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is kind of something that we all sort of saw coming. Brian Kelly, wherever he goes, definitely has the ability to, especially in his younger years, to get the players that he wants to come to his program and it becomes successful and they do better. However, and I think what's been known, especially on the back half of his Notre Dame years, is there's a ceiling to this. He cannot take great players and make them amazing NFL level talent, yada yada. He can make okay or good players really good, but that's the level that he gets to. And so when you look at his time in Cincinnati, made it to a top 6 place, went to Notre Dame, made multiple national championships, but didn't win any. And then now at LSU, where he's truly being tested, the flaws are starting to be shown where, especially now later in his career, he's very much hands off with the players. He's very much allowing the coaches around him to do the job. He is more of an overseer in this position. And when it comes to coaching in the SEC and coaching in college specifically, that is not going to fly. These kids care about how you act around them now. They don't want you to talk down to them. They don't want you to be a bully to them. They want you to treat them with respect and show them the right way without being absolutely just berate it. It's a different generation, and it's exactly what it is. So when you have a coach that is going to do what Brian Kelly does, which is stand aside and not give them advice, and then when they do something wrong, scream at them, those kids aren't going to respond well to this, and it's going to come up and stuff like this. And like I said, you can argue till the day is long if that's the right mentality for these kids to have. I don't think it matters regardless, because as a coach, you should be able to read how your players respond to what you say and adapt accordingly. And because he didn't, he is out of a job.
Oh, let's keep going. It was something funny. Yes, just one last one. Something else that you said about not talking down to players. And listen, I am a bit old school. However, I'm also a coach. So my philosophy is always 3 pluses gives me the minus. I can give you 3 positive things from every one of those games, but I'm going to hit you with 1 negative and something to improve on. When he's on the sidelines telling a kid that he's effing uncoachable, dog, that's on you. You recruited him. You're the one who's supposed to do that. Yeah. And here's and yes, some of this is the Notre Dame hater in me, who I was not salty when he left. I wanted him fired. Okay. Before he
that is true. That is true.
Okay. I wanted him fired. I was done. I did not care about him being the most winningest coach in Notre Dame history. Dude, you won him. You couldn't win when it mattered. He left Notre Dame because he couldn't get 2 things: the top recruits he wanted and the quarterback he wanted. Now what's your excuse? That's why you sitting at home, because you took a quarterback that every scout in the NFL has said should be a top 2 pick, and you've made him look like a guy who may not get drafted. So Brian Kelly reaps what he sows. He can go play NCAA and scream at his television because no reporter wants to hear him. However, he'll get hired. At the end of the day, he's a coach who wins. He may not win the biggest one, but he's a coach who wins. Somebody's going to hire him. So
yeah, and listen, he's a coach that is going to be successful in those mid-tier jobs because he's going to get the recruits. He's going to get the players that he wants. He'll just never be on the big successful on the big stage, because it's just he doesn't have what it takes, and sometimes you just got to admit that to yourself.
That's all right. And I can understand this from what Rico's perspective is, that Newsmeyer wasn't great in terms of but in terms of where he was recruited and in terms of where the scout said he should be drafted, that's not what should be on the field right now, and that has to be also the coach. Not saying the players can't be held accountable either. All right, let's keep rolling down. I'm done having fun making fun of Brian Kelly for now. Yes. Number 4, Alabama struggle bus. 29-22 with South Carolina. However, this is a South Carolina team that is kind of similar to a lot of teams that we've talked about throughout the year. When they are playing competition and they're in that underdog role, they're one of the most dangerous teams in the country. It's when they play evenly or have to play competition that's technically under them where they struggle. But funny one about this Alabama game, and then I'll throw it to whatever you want on it. The entire South Carolina student section moved down into the lower bowl area. Immediately, Alabama picked off a pick 6 and ran it to that end zone. Bye.
Yeah. What concerned me wasn't that it was a close game, because I know South Carolina's offense on a good day can get going. I think just the line is the problem. The fact is, it took them so long to get the offense going against a very bad South Carolina defense. And so that's something to watch against better defenses, is when Alabama gets figured out offensively, can those adjustments be made before? And because if it's not South Carolina and it's a better team, what's going to happen?
I agree. We'll see. And we'll talk more about them on Thursday or tomorrow. Number 5, Georgia Bulldogs off this week. Oregon took care of your boy at Wisconsin. Only 21-7, though. Wisconsin put up some points.
They scored a touchdown, Ken. They were able to score. It was the first time in 3 weeks. I'm so proud of them.
I will say, though, 7 points is awful. Holding Oregon to 21 is something that is actually, you can go into your defensive meetings and say, hey, guys, we did some good stuff.
Listen, defense was never the problem, and also it was homecoming at Wisconsin, so everyone was up getting motivated to try to beat a team. College, slap the banners, whatever you say. People get up for big games like that, but the offense is still absolutely atrocious, and that doesn't surprise me.
Absolutely. Moving on. Georgia Tech, a team we said hey, you mentioned there's some tough games in there. Didn't look like
Taking
it.
care of business.
41 to 16 winners over Syracuse. Absolutely taking care of business. One of our other big ranked matchups of the week was Ole Miss and Oklahoma. And I told you to take the over. Ole Miss 34 to 26 winners over Oklahoma. Two things. Is this now it? John Mateer, no Heisman. Oklahoma, there's no path for you in the SEC now. This is now Ole Miss's SEC to lose.
I might get into it in the preview tomorrow. So I want to just kind of focus on this game. I am glad Ole Miss won this because you were able to just, you beat a good team that's very similar to your level, but I think you're better. And after the loss last week, it's a good bounce back. I still can't see you as anything more than like the fourth best team in the SEC, just based on what I've seen against the actual top tier SEC teams. But nonetheless, good
hold on.
win.
You mean the four other ranked SEC teams above them, or whatever?
Correct. No, but that's what I'm saying is like you are proving, as you proved every year, that you are beating the teams beneath you, but there has never been a time that you were able to beat the teams above you.
However, this is the only credit I'll give Ole Miss. Yes, we saw them lose, and I understand that. A&M likes to run it up and get in those high-scoring games. You do that with that Ole Miss offense, you're gonna lose. It's the other two, Georgia and Alabama, who have the defenses that can turn it ugly, that I would give them the favor over. But right now, as good as Texas A&M is, I don't want to get into a shootout with Ole Miss. I don't want to go point for point with that offense. It's lethal.
I got you.
So
we'll see. We'll talk about it in the preview.
Oklahoma done for you?
In the race, yeah. I think that losing 2 games in an SEC where at that point you're probably not even going to make the championship game unless you look incredible in the next coming weeks. I don't see it, especially with Vanderbilt also winning as well.
Absolutely. We'll get to them in 2 seconds. First, Miami, 42-7 winners over Stanford, right? Back to business for Miami. We'll see. Same as Indiana. Congratulations on doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. Call me when it's time for a big game. Speaking of those Vanderbilt Commodores, Vanderbilt, 17-10 winners over Missouri. Drew, I predicted this to be a higher scoring game. I was completely wrong on that. I'll take my L there. However, Vanderbilt pulls it out over, I think, on paper, although they were even, a lot of people believed Missouri was the better team overall. But Vanderbilt has something that they don't, and that's an X factor.
No, I think you're right. I think Missouri has, I would say, more experience in these kind of games where it's close. It's going to be sloppy. Missouri usually takes those games because they've been there before. But hey, Vandy is able to, at least this year, in tough moments, truly overcome games that they 100% would lose in previous years. And so props to Vandy here. I absolutely love it. Game day being there was probably an amazing thing for them. But listen, this is a Vandy team that, honestly, if they can just hold steady, they can get one of those kind of outlier spots, non-conference championship spots, and they will be a tough out come playoff time if they are able to make it in.
I don't want to get too far into that because one of the things that I read was going to make me very upset. So I'm going to try to keep my composure. Telling me that I'll be the first team out to Memphis will make me punch somebody. I'm just going to throw that out there. Drew, you talked about respect to undefeateds. Somebody did get some respect because they earned it this week. BYU 41-27 winners over Iowa State. BYU said no more close ones.
I will say though, this and similar to my game, it was very close for a while, but BYU has been able to do something that everyone else in the Big 12 hasn't been able to do, and it's avoid the trap game, whether it's in the Big 12 or not. BYU has been able to hold on, take care of business, regardless of where they are, and that's why they're ranked so highly. Because while I think everyone in the Big 12 is talented, they're able to not have an off week.
100%. Listen, it's consistently winning football for BYU. And Pops was right before Vanderbilt. No longer sneaking up on anybody now. We know how good you are. We know who you can hang with teams. So keeping it rolling. My Irish off this week was a very, very stress-free trick-or-treating for me for the first time in a couple of years. For some reason, a Notre Dame game always lines up with trick-or-treating. So me and Oos are literally walking the kids around while also staring at our phones. It was nice to take the week off. We'll get back into that on tomorrow. We talked about Oklahoma already. Texas Tech, 42-0. Oklahoma State blanked them. Nice bounce back from them. We talked about Missouri. Virginia, that other BYU team that kept playing close, does it again. Squeaks out a 17-16 overtime victory over North Carolina. The alarms are ringing in Virginia.
They should have lost a spot because of that, because this North Carolina team is bad, especially defensively. And they only scored 17, and it took them to overtime to get the 17. And then if North Carolina would have converted that 2-point conversion and beaten them, I would have taken them out of the top 25 entirely. But hey, they hang on, and somehow they move up in the polls. So
trust me, the end of that ACC gauntlet is going to take care of Virginia. Tennessee, 56-34 victors over Kentucky. That Kentucky team can score some points. I know they don't win a lot of games, but
they also just can't stop other teams from scoring.
No, not at all. They cannot stop anywhere as many as they score, but they do score some. South Florida.
You had it in your hands.
34-31 losers to Memphis, who were ranked last week, then lost to UAB, who then dropped them out of the 25. And I said it. Memphis has this game circled. They lost their trap game. They lost it too, and then came into this one. But yeah, South Florida, once again, whatever. I don't care about either of these teams. All I know is if Memphis or South Florida gets into the college football playoffs and I don't, there will be some tables flipped.
Well, if there is one team in the group of 5 that has to make it, so win your games.
Garbage.
Win your games.
Neither of those two teams deserve to make it. But Louisville, 38-24 winners over Boston College. Hey, man, I've been impressed with this Louisville team. They've got one stupid loss on their resume that they should not have. They should be undefeated and probably within that BYU, Vanderbilt, Notre Dame range, like in there. Oh, I don't do this, but technically in the AP poll, both oh no, that's for tomorrow. Never mind. I got ahead of myself. We'll figure that out tomorrow. But yes, I think Louisville would be ranked a lot higher had they not had that loss. But I'm impressed, and that's a team any team in the ACC should be scared of them. Oh, LSU,
we
49-20 again. Oh, come on.
We talked about them already.
All right, fine. Here we go. Cincinnati Bearcats, 41-20 winners over Baylor. Look at you.
No. No, listen, it's a good win. It's a win you obviously want to have because it's by a bigger margin and everything like that. I'm glad they didn't overlook this game for this upcoming week because this upcoming week is, I think, our biggest test all year until we hit BYU. But talking about this game, just great offensively to start. Again, we kind of were stagnant, let Baylor get back into this, and then we kind of pulled away again. But regardless, keep winning. That's all I ask, and just keep winning because now you basically control your own destiny. Yeah, we'll get into it tomorrow. I don't want to talk about it right now.
Give him his celebration today because tomorrow it will be full panic mode. Don't you?
Oh, the celebration was Saturday, and then Sunday till now is, oh my God, we have to play Utah.
Spoiler alert, ranked on ranked match up going on there. All right, let's finish out the top 25. Number 22, Texas. 45-38 overtime winners against Mississippi State. I mean, I do this during our NFL segment because I truly believe that more than half of the NFL is mid as hell. Texas is mid. Texas is just so average. They've got a lot of talent, and I don't know if it's because Arch Manning isn't as good as we thought, or excuse you, or hiccups hit me hard, or if it's what I really think it is, and that Steve Sarkisian is one of the most overrated coaches of all time.
It's probably a little bit of both.
I don't care.
No, it's one of those teams where you go, I think we're more disappointed that they're not as good as we want to be, and I think that's why we are like whatever, because it's like, you've already let us down. So
I'm talking while I'm muted. Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to get rid of those. 100%. 100%. Illinois, 45-25 butt whooping on the hands of Washington. We talked about it. We mentioned it. Washington was the favorite. Not even, it was Tuesday or Wednesday. They were already the favorite, and they took care of it.
Yeah, I told you, Illinois gives up points, man, and Washington can put up some points. So I've been high on this Washington team for a bit. The only losses they've had are Ohio State and Michigan, and so I like this Washington team. Maybe not as high as a good money, but they're fun to watch.
Yeah, and they're a mid-level Big Ten team. The problem is, until the Big Ten actually got some better teams with USC and Washington and Oregon, mid-level in the Big Ten was freaking, Penn State. Penn State,
Minnesota.
Minnesota. So there's a different level there. I like this Washington team. I think they're building something good. Watch out for them next year. Maybe they'll be the team that's back next year. I don't know. The damn Pac-12. Arizona State, 24-16.
That's okay.
Or Big 12, Pac-12, Big 12. It's all the same crap. Arizona State, 24-16 losers to Houston, because I could replace that with USC and it would be the same damn thing. What the hell, dude? Hey,
I'm gonna point this out right now. Houston also only has one loss. Yes. So while we are so like, oh my God, the Big 12, no one's actually that good. Houston is actually a really good football team. Arizona State just had a really good win against Iowa State, and that's about it.
I mean, they've had multiple ranked wins, but they've also just had some dud losses. No, I give you that. And yes, it's time for realignment and bring back the Pac-12 so I can stop saying it when it doesn't exist.
You're right. Bring back to what we were.
Right. Hell yeah.
For the Bearcats.
Yeah. And then lastly, Michigan, 31-20 winners over Michigan State. Sure.
You're like that's okay. Yeah. I mean, I was really hoping Michigan State would make this a game, but Michigan actually looked decent offensively this game. So I was like, okay.
They did. The problem for me is the top 6 are really good. 7 through 13, I would even say maybe 14 are scary on a good day. The rest, I don't believe in none of y'all. I mean, maybe a Louisville on a good day. Sorry, bro. I mean, even your Bearcats, like I think you get smacked around by a good defense. I don't believe in a lot of y'all. You got to show me. So
we'll see. We'll see this week.
Yeah, 100%. You're gonna prove a lot to not just me, but to the rest of the country. When we dive into that,
I want that Saturday to be like a month away. It's like you when you played A&M. Like I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this game.
I'm probably gonna watch it more than you do. Drew, the people wait for it every week. You brought absolute flaming hot fire last week. So let's get it again. It's time for Drew's quarterback watch.
Yeah. Don't got as cool stuff is this week. We're gonna wait till the rest of the season to see kind of where that lands. But we do have week 9 quarterbacks. We got some new faces in here, but some old also. Drew Mestemaker from North Texas, I want to say 609 passing yards. That's and listen, I know he got an interception. I don't care. 609 passing yards. That's enough to put him on my list every week, even if he puts 4 interceptions.
Who did they
I don't
play?
care. Someone in the American, so nobody important. But I just wanted to put that out there. I actually will check for you real quick.
No, that's my job. You do your segment. That's my job.
Okay. Next, another new one. Mason Heichel, the freshman quarterback from Pittsburgh, 423 yards and 3 touchdowns. Pittsburgh, sneaky good year this year. I will say 5-2, looking good with wins over Florida State. They did lose to Louisville and did lose to West Virginia. And so some not so great losses there. But other than that, much better than some previous Pitt teams that we've seen. Probably the best since Kenny Pickett was there.
So still mid. By the way,
correct.
North Texas played Charlotte, but I don't care.
Oh, Charlotte's one of the worst teams in the American too. So Joey Aguilar from Tennessee, again, 396 passing yards and 3 touchdowns, keeping Tennessee kind of upright and going there. I do like him. He's a very serviceable mobile quarterback. I'm going to try to pronounce this name. I'm going to feel like Ken trying to pronounce this name. Ethan Kaliakmanis from Rutgers. Kaliakmanis from Rutgers. It's the first time on the show. 359 yards and a passing touchdown. Good for Rutgers. Also, again, the first time that I think he's ever been on the show, which is a tragedy. Arch Manning has made it finally. 346 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. He did throw a pick and left early with a concussion, but he is supposed to be back.
Is that a stat? Is that a stat?
Concussion, yes. And listen, he made the list, so I'll give him props. Also, somehow a regular on the show, Joey Fagnano from UConn is absolutely lighting it up. He's got to be, right? But anyways, 344 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. I love this kid. I have literally left the show and be like, is he actually that good? And throw on highlights and be like, dude, this dude's a baller. This kid is awesome. If you ever listen, I don't think I'll ever say this again. If you ever get a chance to watch a UConn game, put it on the TV. It's actually pretty entertaining. And
hold on. There is no public information about his Italian heritage. He is from Williamsport, Pennsylvania, home of the Little League World Series. But for now, as an Italian, Joe, you're an honorary Italian. Forget about it.
There we go. And finally, Cutter Boley. We have amazing names this week. Cutter Boley from Kentucky.
Cutter? Let's go, Cutter.
Cutter. 330 passing yards and 5 touchdowns. Unfortunately, in a loss against said Tennessee, Joey Aguilar's Tennessee. But
hey, I said that Kentucky team could score points.
Yeah. So listen, great names this week. A lot of newcomers this week. Again, Joey Fagnano for some reason. But he also, by the way, I hope you know, Joey Fagnano still the only quarterback to not throw an interception.
My man still got it. Let's go.
18 tutties, 0 picks. Absolute baller. It's just insane.
18 tutties, a goose egg on the INTs, an honorary Italian. Have a day, kid. And first of all, you put some respect on that UConn football team. That UConn football team has won me some moolah.
I think you meant North Texas, but I don't know.
Or Charlotte. I was going to say, you better not be talking about UConn because that UConn football team has won me some money and they blown some parlays because they won some games they weren't supposed to. But you put some respect there. All right, let's keep the fun going because I need some fun because we had a bad week.
Oh,
yeah, we had a bad week. Week.
The Cincinnati spread hit, by the way.
Yeah. Charlotte. Yeah. Well, I didn't know Charlotte. I knew this year.
I knew Charlotte had a football team,
but that's only because of this damn show. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm gonna just be honest. We had a bad week. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it 100 with everybody. We had a bad week. I got full of myself. I struggled with locks this past week, and you see why. Because Only 2 of them hit. Nebraska, -7.5 over Northwestern. You are now officially done. Dead. I will not put you in locks ever again. We'll maybe talk next year. Or after you fire Matt Rule. Ole Miss and Oklahoma over. That was the easiest lock of the week. BYU at Iowa State over. Nice and easy one. Missouri Vanderbilt. Thought there was going to be some points there. I'm not apologizing for this one. Oregon winning 21-7 against Wisconsin is just crap. Okay, just crap. That's all I got to say. Utah put up 40 something themselves. Or no, I'm sorry. Utah
55.
put up 50. Utah put up 55. Utah ruined the over themselves, or ruined the under themselves by themselves. Colorado only scored a what, 7, 10? I had that locked in. I just did not think. Yeah, I did. Listen, I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. Upset wise, we're not too bad. We got Kansas State and Kent State. Give me those two. Just for the record, we're still 32-22. I'm 10 games above 500 on my locks. Okay, that's still pretty damn good. And we've got 19 upsets picked through 9 weeks. You put some respect on my name, even in a bad week.
However, though, I think we got to give up on Louisiana now. I think it's time.
Yes. I apologize. Listen, I'm loyal. Okay, Drew, I'm loyal.
To a fault.
Okay, to a fault. Okay, I will ride with my Nebraskas. I will ride with my Louisianas. Louisiana not dead to me yet, but in the upset range, yes, they are. Nebraska, you just go the hell away. I don't want anything to do with you. Drew, you know what this weekend is? Do you know what Saturday is? Saturday is at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock, the PAFL 2A and 3A All-Star games. And at that 4 o'clock game in the 2A division, I have 13 Rapids All-Stars joining me on the field as I will be up in the booth. Let's take a look at who they are.
What's up, Rapids fans? It's Ken Straub, your voice of the Rapids. And our first season is in the books, so now it's time to announce your 2025 PAFL All-Stars from your Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. And we start with the first team. Running back, Monte Taylor. Wide receiver, Sean Smith Jr. Defensive end, Josh Davis. Defensive back, Mari Mitchell. Defensive tackle, offensive line, Dustin Dodd. DB, Anthony Spooney. Offensive lineman, Corvez Bolware. Kicker, Bobby Rhodes Jr. And for your second team, linebacker, Mark Hale. Wide receiver, Darwin Filey. Defensive back, Sham Wright. Offensive guard, defensive tackle, Nathan Pritchard. Linebacker, Boom Lumbus. Defensive lineman, DeAndre Stevens. Honorable mention, unable to play in the game due to injury, linebacker, Mike Marshall. Congratulations to all of our Rapids All-Stars, and stay tuned because the wave is spreading.
All right, waiting for it to go away. All right, Drew, college out the way. Let's get to the professionals. Now, I figured it out, Drew. I know exactly how we can stay in the correct order for these games. I just don't do the damn notes, and then we're good to go.
That's perfect.
So, let's wing it on the fly. I watched a lot of NFL. I didn't need notes this week. Thursday night, what? Chargers, 37-10 winners over the Vikings. Yeah, cool. I don't even know anymore. The Vikings are a shell of what they were last year on defense. And I don't know, Justin Herbert every 5 weeks wants to pretend that he's good. That's all I got there. Sunday, the Miami speaking of teams I have no clue about.
What?
Miami Dolphins, 34-10 winners over
Atlanta.
We did not know that Michael Penix Jr. was hurt, but apparently he was. So Kirk Cousins, he plays quarterback. And
but also, you beat the Bills, and then you give up 34 to the Dolphins after the Browns held them to 7. Maybe I'm salty because I grabbed the Falcons defense in 2 of my leagues, but how?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh, yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, speaking of more confusing results, the Ravens without Lamar Jackson, who definitely had gambling interest involved in that game. The NFL did at least 30-16 winners over the Bears, who I thought were kind of trying to turn it around, and we just praised for kind of winning the games that they were supposed to. I kind of feel like a bad Ravens defense and a Lamar Jackson-less Ravens offense is a team you should beat, but sure. I mean, I guess. I don't know. But here's what I care about more. Do you truly believe that nobody in that Ravens organization or the NFL had money on that money line and that spread because Lamar Jackson was said that he was a full participant in Friday's practice, all to come find out he wasn't, and he wasn't playing?
I'm not getting into that.
All I'm saying is a lot of money, because I listen to these things and I do them myself. A lot of money went in on that Ravens money or that Ravens spread that wasn't true and it wasn't legit. So we have to talk about these things. They're all involved in sports when they're taking guys down left and right. The Jets and the Bengals in the highest scoring game of the week, 39-38. Defense is not necessary. This is a Pac-12 after dark game. The Bengals losing to the for Jets? What?
And giving up 23 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. Just complete collapse.
Yeah, just awful. The Bengals had a kind of chance to hang on until Joe Burrow came back, but those chances are really starting to fade. And here's the scary part. And I'm going to spoil tomorrow. With a win, the Ravens are one game behind the Steelers. That's crazy, but we'll keep it rolling. Hey, the Bills. Remember the Bills? Remember when the Bills were good and Josh Allen was an MVP? 40-9 winners over the Carolina Panthers. Yes, it's the Carolina Panthers, but hey, they won.
Next.
Hey, remember when CJ Straub was good? Pepperidge Farm remembers. 26-15 winners over the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49er defense is just decimated. The offense isn't picked back up fully, and CJ Straub had a great day. We can't do the review like this when it's all like this.
Dude.
The Browns, how about them? Losers to the Patriots, 32-13. MVP chance reigning out for Drake May. Way to go,
Cleveland. And we're the Cleveland Browns.
Absolutely. This one actually kind of sucks. The Eagles, 38-20 winners over the Giants. The Eagles can fumble a tush push and the ball is just given back to them. I got the bye week over the Browns. Listen, the bye week is a heavy FanDuel favorite, so it may not even be worth betting on. This Eagles team just pisses me off, and I'm just going to keep bitching about them every week. The tush push sucks. Nobody likes it. You're just all scared to say it because you're afraid to be unpopular. The tush push sucks. They fumbled the tush push and they were just given the ball back. And then Cam Scatteraboo shatters his ankle in 37 pieces and then still headbutts Jackson Dart off the field because he's just an animal. Well wishes to our boy Cam, but I'm so tired of this Eagles team. I don't care that I sound like a hater. I don't.
You are such a hater.
Thank you.
No, it sucks about Scatterable, absolutely. But
no, the tush push.
Who? Listen, if both our teams were as successful with it as the Eagles were, we would be like saying, just stop it. Just stop it.
No,
so I don't want to hear it.
No, because you're talking to the person who lost a chance at a national championship because Reggie Bush is a cheater and he pushed Matt Leinart into the end zone. I'm anti-tush push, okay? There's no pushing of the tushin in sports in my book. Man law.
We have more games.
I know. Let's get something that makes me happy, and that's Baker Mayfield. Baker touchdown maker, 23-3. Thank you. No, I'm not done. It's not football, and they all start every time. Thank you.
How is it not football?
Because it's a rugby play. Thank you. Baker, 23-3 winners in the Buccaneers. 23-3 winners over the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints are bad. Not as bad as the Raiders, but they're bad.
They're really bad.
Yeah, they went to Tyler Shuff at quarterback. Did they bench him? I don't even know. Their quarterback situation is so bad.
They
I don't
have
even know which
confirmed
one's
they're
good.
going to play him the rest of the season.
Oh, congratulations. That's going to do you much.
You
The
know who else
Colts,
sucks?
the Tennessee Titans, and so does
The
and
Tennessee
me.
Titans.
Yes. The Colts, 38-14 winners over the Titans. I mean, I know it's the Titans, but we can't deny it. Thank you. And it is illegal. Thank you. Just bring it. Just enforce the freaking rules, and this thing goes away. Listen, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put some respect on Danny Dimes, man. This Colts team is good. The defense is good. The running game that I was disrespectful to, I will never be disrespectful to again. Danny Dimes is out there making the right plays. I don't know what it's going to mean come playoff time. I don't know if this is just Sam Darnold and the Vikings. I don't know.
That's exactly what I was going to compare
But it
them
also
to.
hold on. But it also could be Jared Goff and the Lions. We don't know yet.
We'll see.
Just
I'm not putting any respect on their names until come playoff time.
Cowboys lose 24-44 to the Broncos.
How about those Broncos, man? Like, wow, just absolutely eviscerate. And the defense all over Dak Prescott, tanking his MVP run, just absolutely eviscerating this Cowboys team that just looked lost. They've looked lost defensively all year, but now offensively, just really struggling to get it going now. I think a lot of questions got to be asked of this team. Just a little direction. Ken, what do you think?
I earned that. I earned that. Listen, our defense sucks. I said that before we traded Micah Parsons. So I don't know what you want from me other than more brutal honesty, and that is we suck. Okay?
Speaking of Micah Parsons.
Hold on. No, you first of all, pause. Pump the brakes there a little bit. First of all, the only people on that Dak MVP bandwagon were me and Cousin Sal. And if you know who Cousin Sal is, then you know that he's a Cowboys fan. He actually named one of his kids Romo. Okay, so I got nothing for you. We suck. But yeah, speaking of Michael Parsons,
Is Nate in the chat? I would like to hear what Nate has to think also.
No, he ain't
Packers
even here.
35, Steelers 25.
Yeah, the Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love revenge game or some crap they were trying to call it between two quarterbacks who text on the side and have a good relationship with each other, but that's cool.
Listen, beating Pittsburgh in a Sunday night game is impressive regardless. So,
do you know what was more impressive? The Steelers were going to a silent count because it was so loud. That is something the Steelers normally do to other teams. So that was interesting to see in a place like Pittsburgh for them to kind of get out-fanned in their own building, number one. Number two, that defense is still not good, but whatever. You gave up 25 points to the Steelers, and I'm sorry. The league has figured out that Aaron Rodgers can't throw the ball past 8 yards.
I disagree, but we'll move on.
That the league's figured it out, or he can throw the ball past 8 yards?
That the league has figured it out.
Okay.
I was going to say the Pittsburgh has regularly scored 20 or plus points every week.
Okay. There's a lot of 44s and 35s and 38s up on these boards too. So yeah, teams are scoring points, but it's only a matter of time before everybody realizes he cannot accurately test you down the field.
I mean, sure, he's a 40-year-old man. He's not going to be, pinpoint accurate like he used to be. But listen, it doesn't mean the offense isn't good.
Have we reversed? Are you defending Aaron Rodgers and I'm ripping him? I like this. We're all over the place today.
I have never said that Aaron Rodgers in his current state is a Super Bowl winning quarterback because he's not. But I'm not going to sit here and disagree that the offense looks good. The defense just looks atrocious.
Defense is awful, and that defense.
Which is why they just traded for a safety.
That's why they should have traded for trade for Myles Garrett or Michael Parsons. By the way, poor Myles Garrett. You paid him all that money just to sit on the end of the bench and set a sack record and lose.
And you paid Dak an enormous amount of money to watch his defense give up 44 points every week. So Anyways, moving on.
Shots
KC
everywhere.
28-7 against Marcus Mariota. Who cares?
Marcus Mariota looked good for about 6 plays.
Right, and that was the 7 points they got. So
Absolutely. And then on the bye week, Detroit, Seattle, Arizona, Jacksonville, the Rams, and the Raiders who lost. They lost the bye week. They lost the bye week as well. Everyone for the Raiders on my fantasy teams, thank you. I only have one, but he's the tight end.
You have Raiders on your fantasy teams?
Well, yeah, because the tight end was supposed to be a GOAT this year. Everyone's on the trading block. They're gonna trade everyone, or at least teams are inquiring to try to trade for everyone that's worth a damn there. Jacoby Myers and whatever his name is, who I can't remember. But yeah, Brock Bauer or not Brock, whatever. Yeah, that's how irrelevant it is. And he was my keeper this year because just the Raiders are the freaking Raiders. That's why. Period. End of story. We're making
They
good
are
time.
who we thought they were.
Yeah, exactly. They are who they thought we all were. Or yeah, whatever he said. We're flying through this one today. And you know what?
I mean, a lot of blowouts, a lot of games that really don't mean anything.
But
Great, this segment's gonna last half an hour.
oh, it absolutely is.
Just for you to lose next week.
But relax.
Nottingham Forest.
Because the first thing that I think about on my Sunday mornings, on my Saturday mornings when I'm getting ready for my footy is some baked goods.
Ken Straub here for Schmoopy Sweets and Treats, the official bakery of the Straub Bros Sports Show. And I'm also here with
Stella.
and
Landon Straub.
And boys, do we have a lot to tell everyone about today. Schmoopy's is your go-to for all your bakery needs. Gluten and dairy-free options for muffins, cheesecakes, rolls, breads, cupcakes, cake pops, pies, cakes, you name it, it's there. And boys, what do we think?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Me too, boys. So, if you need anything, especially in this fall time, make sure you get in your orders for pies and pumpkin rolls and cinnamon rolls. Place your order now at
Smoopy's. Sweets and treats.
Buddy. And I'm so on top of my game. I didn't even put my jersey on in between commercials like I was supposed to. But Drew, for the first time in a long time, I get a happy footy segment and you get to wallow in misery. And I am sorry for that, but I'm also not sorry for that. Let's start at the top. Sunderland, shocking 2-1 victors over Chelsea. Drew, what I'm not going to do today is pile up on you because today is a day of celebration for me rather than mockery to others. I'm going to just keep it short and sweet. The hell happened, Brody?
No, I talked to you about this last week. The Sunderland team is good. The Sunderland team is playing really well against good teams. And if I'm being honest, this is the result that I saw every week about 2-3 years ago. A Chelsea team that for about 20 minutes, maybe less, looked really threatening, really good, and got ahead, and then just sat back and was like, yeah, no, we're good at 1-0, and let the other team get back into the game. And that's exactly what we did. I would bench both defenders that gave up that second goal because you allow a striker to bring the ball down at his feet, have his back to you for 10 seconds while the rest of the team moves up, and the second defender just stand there and wait to get moved on. It was terrible, but I'm not. It's not a wow, this team sucks, we need a change here. It was a shitty result. It happens. Liverpool also didn't look great and lost the EFL Cup today. So things are okay. And Crystal Palace.
Love it. Crystal Palace. Cup killers right now.
I beat Wolves.
Good job. I'm no longer in that competition.
Who'd you lose to?
Well, which competition is that? FA Cup?
EFL, the League Cup.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I lost to somebody. Or maybe not. I'm not sure.
Let's
I
find
lost.
out.
Yeah, go ahead and find
Yeah,
out.
that's right. You lost to Grimsby and Pens.
Yeah, remember?
That's
Jacob?
right.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
I gotta beat you down before your victory
okay.
speech here.
Oh, that's okay. I'm skipping over. I'll come back to me. Arsenal 1-0 winners over Crystal Palace. Not exactly the result. Well, the result we expected, not the score line, I would say we probably expected. But hey, shout out to Crystal Palace. They're trying to do their thing. And then, the good one, the second goodest. See what side? I can't even talk when we get to when my team is good. The second greatest result of the weekend, Aston Villa 1-0 winners over Manchester City. Manchester City currently sit 5th in the Premier League table, okay? Behind Sunderland, Spurs, Bournemouth, and Arsenal. Is it 1996? Like, I don't know what year it is right now. But that is a crazy top 4 that will not stick around like that. I guarantee that. Especially Spurs being there. But
yeah, we saw last year.
Yeah. Nonetheless, Manchester City, a bit of the struggle bus. I don't know where Sean is. He's hiding, especially after his hell of real loss too, but reeling right now.
Thank you for adding that there. That was going to be my shout out.
You're welcome.
No, I think it's just a Manchester City team that is human again. I think during their run, they had everything you needed in attack and defense, and then something special at the end. And I think here they have a really good attack, they have a really good defense, but they're missing that something special that when you have games like this where you're not at your best and the other team is looking a lot better, can't pull out results. And I think that's what we're seeing here.
I could not agree more. That is 100% correct. And this isn't even trying to be negative. What they did 4 years in a row was ridiculous. Nobody's done it. There's a reason. Because you need to have everything plus. They had guys on their bench going to World Cups and starting. It was ridiculous. Eventually it catches up. And to be honest, they haven't spent the money that they spent to build that team, to replenish that team, and that will get you every single time.
And also
Liverpool's even spent that money, and it hasn't done very well.
And also, I was going to say, the players just haven't worked out. Grealish, who am I thinking from Everton? Callum Wilson, Reinders, who is technically starting, but is not even near what they thought he was going to be this year. It's honestly, they've also changed. Honestly, we're going to have a hot take here. It's not going to take more than a couple minutes. Hot take. Haaland, while considered one of the best footballers right now, probably top 3 at minimum, is ruining games for Pep because he does not fit Pep's ideal system and he has to make changes to feed him. And that's where you get this.
Mm-hmm. That man is 100,000% dependent on service to be able to score his goals. When he has above average ball in, service, through balls, whatever, he'll score you however many goals in a season that you want. But if it's just good and it's just okay, he can't do it himself. And it's because he's played in really good teams. It's not something that you had a huge glimpse of, but it's glaring right now.
Yeah, listen, and I'm the first one to admit he's one of the best pure finishers and goal scorers that I've ever seen.
100%.
But that's a very narrow window right there. Mm-hmm. And you can't play in a team that wants to play like Pep's teams and be just that. You have to be more. You have to be an Aguero who can move. You have to be a Gabriel Jesus that can facilitate. You have to have something else. And listen, he's quick, but his ball control is not great. His passing isn't great. His footwork isn't great. He can get a head on a ball, right? And he can get a foot on a ball. And he does that some of the best in the world. He would have beaten some records if he was playing on the Manchester United teams back in the day. But if we're talking now in a system where you have to be good at facilitating as well as finishing, he's struggling. And that's because it just doesn't fit.
Hotter take. he wouldn't have started on those teams because those teams had strikers who could do it all. Guys like Rooney, guys like Van Nistelrooy, even later on with Robert Van Persie, go even earlier with Sheringham and even Ali Gunnar Solskjaer, like Dwight York. I mean, Manchester United has a history of strikers who are not just guys who get in front of goal and just put their foot on it and it goes into goal. Guys who could go everywhere. Rooney was a 10. Okay, coming up through the ranks and then became a striker. Like I'm used to and you're used to with the Didier Drogbas and the guys that you grow with. Strikers who can do it all. A striker who can pick up the ball at midfield, at half field and take it and do it himself. That's not who Aaron Holland is.
All right, go on.
Come on, baby.
Hold on. I'm just gonna.
No, don't leave. Don't leave. Oh, don't do this. No, I don't like when you do that. Don't full screen.
Come on.
Manchester United 4-2 winners over Brighton. The first 4 wins in a row in the Ruben Amorim era. I don't like whenever I have the black shirt and my beard blends in with my shirt.
Is it 5 where that kid cuts his hair?
Yes, 5 in a row. The 5? Kid cuts his hair.
We need one more. We need one more.
I'm ready for that. That's an if you know, you know. It's a Manchester United fan with some crazy long hair. Dude, listen, 2 very great goals scored, and then we let Brighton come back 2-1. I'm sorry, 3-1 is 3-1. Then they make it 3-2, and then Brian and Mbeumo goes down the field after a great pass in from Casemiro and just lasers one home. And then for me, the game was summed up with his celebration of just kind of walking over to the crowd and going, yeah, I'm me. This team has a swagger. This team has some confidence. The defense is going to be the defense until it's fully upgraded. It was not fully upgraded this year completely the way it was supposed to be. There was supposed to be a new left back. There was supposed to be a new center back brought in. We didn't do either. So we're still running with the guys that we have. And I really like DeLit, and I really like Lenny Euro. I think Diego Dallo is a true Manchester United player.
Fair.
For all the slack that he gives. Drogu. But the goalkeeper that we brought in, Le Mans, I've loved this kid. Yes, he's made some mistakes. He's learning. He's young. But what he brings in terms of, yes, he made a mistake on some stuff and he gave up some good goals that they scored and maybe should have done better on the free kick. He doesn't do the stupid things that Andre Onana done. And he doesn't give up the bloopers that as good as David De Gea is now, again, was giving up at the end of his Manchester United career. The offense. The way this team can pass the ball around, and I see 15, 16 passes that then lead to a quality chance on goal. All I'm going to say is we are sitting 6th in the table.
That's why you wanted the table this week. It's just so you can see that you're up there. I don't want to hear it.
I did. I asked him pre-show if he had a table. Get your jokes out of the way. You better have emptied the tank on all those Manchester United jokes because this team looks different.
It's a long season, and we will see what happens.
Listen, it's the review show. I'm allowed to be as hype as I want to be because who did you say we have this week? Forest?
Nottingham Forest.
Oh, yeah, we're screwed.
Sitting 16th in the table.
We're screwed. We're absolutely screwed. We'll see.
Who's coaching that team now? I got Ange fired. I don't know who's.
It's a great name. Hold on. I need that. Stall. Talk about something.
Yeah. I mean, I want to talk about soccer. The MLS playoffs have started. I beat
Sean
Columbus
Dyche.
Crew. Oh my God. Oh, you're screwed. Oh, you're so done. Oh, he's putting 10 behind the ball and saying,
long balls, baby. And lots of long balls. Listen, we rested Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, blockheads back this week, baby, because there's going to be nothing but long balls. Sam Dyche balls back. I love it. There's like 3 people. There's maybe a person watching who has any idea of what we are talking about.
I don't even think that's no.
I think Bobby does. If Bobby's still in with us, Bobby's got our back. But yeah, listen, hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. Bring it on. I'm ready for it. Who do you have this week? We'll talk about it. I don't even care.
I was gonna say I don't care.
You're gonna lose.
It's the London Derby. I got Tottenham. So
I need you to knock Spurs down so I can keep moving on up. You keep on helping me with that. Hey, we kept it at an hour. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of you. We maybe have gone a little too quickly through some of these things today, but it's okay. We'll have plenty more tomorrow. Appreciate you, Ray, for tapping in with us as always. Pops, as always, and congratulations, my big dog. Way to be there. Tomorrow, we're back in for our Thursday preview, and tomorrow, our special Straub Sports Show Halloween edition. Drew, you got something good planned?
Of course I do. Come on.
Okay. I'm ready this year. Normally, I'm throwing this thing together at the last minute. I'm absolutely ready this year. I may actually go full costume tomorrow.
I will go full costume tomorrow, and I guarantee you it's going to be a toss-up to see who's better.
You probably got me beat because, if you have any of my social media, spoiler alert, you already know what I'm about to do because I'm just going to recycle the costume that I wore, but I'm not going to say it if you haven't. So we'll save that for tomorrow. I am actually very proud of us for getting done early because I'm about to go carve a pumpkin. So with that being said, that'll do it for us here on the Straub Sports Show.
Go on. Let's say
okay.
Talk about it.
Okay. I was throwing it to you for your final thoughts, but that's cool. So that'll do it for us here on the Straub Sports Show. I appreciate everybody rocking with us. Appreciate you, Pops. Great show today. Nice and quick. Bro, final shout outs.
Yes, thank you everyone for listening, watching, liking, commenting, however you support this show. And because I'm going to be a nervous wreck talking about it tomorrow, go Bearcats.
Yes, my man with his UC pumpkin. I absolutely love it. Hey, Bobby Rose Jr., appreciate you walking with us. Hopefully we got you through the ride home with a little bit of entertainment there. I'm about to go do my fifth Notre Dame pumpkin in a row. I have no idea. I have no idea how I'm going to do this one. I've done the ND. I've tried to do a leprechaun. I did the clover. I don't know what I'm doing.
Marcus Freeman.
If I had any bit of artistic talent, I would have drawn our logo and I would have done that, but I have none. So that will not happen. But trust me, in Freeman, we trust. That'll do it for us tonight. We're back again tomorrow for our Straub Sports Show full review. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us, and we will see you mañana. We'll see you tomorrow, and please remember to love.
Hey, Ken's got fire and a wild hot take. Hey, Andrew's stats make the whole place shake. Hey, laughing loud when your team goes down. Hey, Straub boys run this sports town. Show. This is the Straub Sports Show. Sundays, Mondays, we live for the fight. Hey, college game day and Thursday night. Hey, rivals fall and the banter flies. We bleed our teams till the day we die.